Hey, I'm glad you're back with me. I've got something I really want to talk with you about today. I've been thinking about this for a very long time. This is important to me. It's important to the industry. There might be some people in the industry that don't want me talking about this, which means it's probably all the better. So, I don't know, maybe I'll get my hand slapped for talking about this. I don't know. It really doesn't matter to me. This is a kind of a consumer protection thing, but it's also something that drives me crazy in the industry. What is it? What is it, Mark? What are you talking about? Beware of bad investment realtors. All right, that's what I'm gonna talk about today. It drives me nuts. But first, who am I? My name is Mark Hulsey. I am a commercial investment broker. I've been in this industry for a long time, wearing lots of different hats: investor, trainer, teacher, broker, and have done I don't know how many thousand transactions. But listen, here's what I want to talk about, because this really does, you guys, it makes me just crazy. You know, when there's other professions out there that work in the financial industries, I don't care if you're selling commodities or stocks, or you're a financial planner, okay, or you're an advanced lender in the mortgage banking business, who knows? There's going to be lots of different things where people require a lot of advanced education and testing in order to be able to actually do what they do for the consumer with investments. But in my business, in the real estate industry, it's crazy to me that somebody can go out there and do their education, 90 hours, whatever it might be per the state, pass a test, and the next thing you know, they can call themselves an investment agent or an investment realtor and not know anything about real estate investments. Now, that part's not a big deal. Go call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. Want to go get your business card on there and go residential, investment, commercial, and just label yourself whatever you want to label yourself without having any kind of credentials or experience? That's going to be up to you. Here's the issue that I have with it. The issue I have with it is when people actually go out there and they start doing the work and they put people in investments that shouldn't be in the investments. That's the part that gets me. Over the years, I've probably turned away and turned more people away from going into investments than I can even begin to know, or when I'm working with an investor saying, don't buy this. Here's why you shouldn't buy this. Which of course seems like, well, but hang on, aren't you guys commission-based people? Aren't all of you twisting arms and talking people into buying things that they shouldn't be buying? No, some of us aren't, but there are too many that are. Now, let me talk with you about this for just a second, what I mean by this. There's a lot of matching up to do. Capital requirements, lifestyle requirements, educational requirements, and you get these new investors who are super excited, right? Why are they excited? Because they listen to some influencer or some guru out there talking about that they're going to go get rich by going out there and buying real estate. And through investment in real estate, suddenly they're going to become wealthy, right? And it doesn't work that way. Now, is real estate one of the best tools for building wealth in America, around the world? And the answer is yes, absolutely it is. Owning your own business, owning real estate, two of the very best tools for building wealth. There's no question about this. You know what's really interesting is how many people come to us over the years, and you know the story, you've heard this story, and they come along and they go, yeah, you know, I bought that duplex, or I bought that triplex, that fourplex, I had my small apartment building, and yeah, about 2 years later, I couldn't wait to get rid of it. What do you mean you couldn't wait to get rid of it? I hate landlording, I hate tenants, can't stand it. They drive me crazy. They don't pay their rent, they ruin the place. And what ends up happening here is it all the tenant's fault? The answer is no. Or, you know, I bought this property and it needed a new roof, it needed a new boiler, it needed this, it needed this. It's like, did anyone help you with any planning of the asset, the capital improvements required? Did anybody tell you what it's going to take to understand what it means to manage tenants, to get the right education, to be the right type of a landlord? More importantly, did somebody tell you that you just had a little kid and you're having your second baby and you want to go buy that fixer-upper triplex? Are you crazy? Are you nuts? I mean, wrong, wrong, wrong. And I get this, you guys, because we get the phone calls. I got one not that long ago from a residential agent that called me up and said, Mark, if you don't mind, I'm going to be straight with you. I sent somebody over to another broker to buy some investment real estate, and he came back to me and said, I really am upset by that other agent. Okay, that other agent was pushing this client into a property. That's the part that gets me, you guys. It's that pushing somebody into a property. It's really easy to do in our business. You know why? When there's a lack of inventory, when there's not a lot of product out there, right? Not a lot of properties to buy, don't you think it makes it really easy to go out there and go, if you don't buy it, he's buying it, she's buying it, they're buying it. I think you should hurry up. Shouldn't we write an offer and buy this thing, right? Remember during the days of what we just went through a few years ago, where people were buying properties sight unseen, no inspections, they were dealing with all these different kinds of things, and then only to find out that 60 to 70% of the buyers out there had buyer remorse after buying their real estate. They had bad representation. Now, what do? Well, as brokers, as agents, we have to be asking a lot of questions to the client coming in saying, I want to buy some investment property. That's what I'm doing. I'm asking them a lot of questions about their background, their experience, their capital position. What do they know? What don't they know? But here, let me help you out. Let's say you're the investor and you want to go invest and you're looking for an agent to represent you, a broker to represent you. What should you do? Ask a lot of questions. This is what you do. A lot of questions. I want somebody to ask me a lot of questions. Challenge me. In fact, even in our own brokerage, we challenge each other all the time. Did we run the income analysis? Did we run a buyer term sheet? What's a debt service coverage ratio? Have we put together a capital improvement chart over the next 60 months of what we're going to have to put into this? What does a discounted cash flow model look like over the next 5 years with the development cost? Where are we really going to come back for a return on investment? What's the IRR going to be? It doesn't take too long to start to realize, like, does that agent know what they're talking about or not? I had one not that long ago who came back to me and said, Mark, do you mind if I ask you a question? I get lots of questions from residential agents, which I like. I get tons of friends who are residential agents. And I had one that called me not that long ago and said, hey, Mark, what's the rent on a 2-bedroom apartment in such and such a neighborhood? And I said, I don't know, probably in the range of. And I said, why do you ask? Well, because my client just bought this property and now they're coming back asking me for how much the rents they can charge. And I'm like dumbfounded. I mean, like jaws on the ground. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? How did you not go through this exercise way before buying the property? I mean, normally you're going to be running your analysis, you're running a pro forma, you're doing maybe a rent study, you're really understanding where your rents are going to be. You're saying, this is where the rents are now. Once I fix it up, here's where the rents are going to be. By the time I service my debt, here's what my debt service coverage ratio is going to be. Here's what my cash flow is, right? This is what you do. This is what you challenge the realtors with. This is what you challenge them with. You make sure that they're running the numbers for you, not just a couple comps, to go, oh, that one down the street sold for this and that one. No, I want to see the analysis. That's what we do who are experts, okay? And if I'm going to go call myself an expert, then I better be able to back it up. And that investment realtor better be able to back it up as well. And if they can't, get rid of them right now. Move on. Are you selling houses or are you selling investment real estate? But do you understand investment real estate? Can you back it up? Can you explain your debt service coverage ratio to me or not? And if they can't do this for you, if they can't underwrite to that asset thoroughly, they shouldn't be your realtor. They shouldn't be your agent. Now listen, this is again kind of waving the big flag. Beware, beware, beware. Our industry needs more of this. It needs a lot of cleaning up. I'm glad to see a lot of people leaving our business. They should be leaving our business because there's too many unqualified people doing real estate work today, as all of you know. And this is a big one for me. So listen, I hope this is helpful for somebody out there. Maybe it's going to be a realtor out there going, hey, listen to what that guy said. I probably should get a little bit more educated when it comes to doing this line of work. And I go, it's a good idea. You probably should get more educated. You need to know what I'm talking about if you're not understanding cap rates, IRR, debt service coverage ratios, and all the rest of it. So anyhow, that's that. There's my rant for today. Appreciate you being with me. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.